What's up, guys? On today's episode of Full Send, we're going to be doing a little bit different than what we've done in the last three episodes, but we're going to be basically sales points and sales tips for you to get more business. So stay tuned.
Let's get straight to the point. This what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. Full Send, no edits, cause just go to Full Send, and we'll get you done right. Full Send, and we'll get you going right. Full Send, keep it going day and night. And this ain't just a podcast, we get it right and keep it tight.
What's up? This is your boy Juan Hernandez with Full Send. And this is brought to you by the Trailer Parts Outlet. So if you need any trailer parts, give us a call. From axles, springs, U-bolts, hanger kits, and just any advice on any trailer parts, give us a call. Phone number is somewhere on the screen. So anyways, on today's episode, especially we're going to be talking about just on what to do, on how to build your customer base and what to do to build that stronger pipeline. And this can go into account for if you're in the sales, if you're a salesman, if you're an entrepreneur trying to grow your clientele and grow your business. So like in anything, in any sport or anything, everybody fucking says it. It's, as an athlete, trains daily to be prepared for the game. As a salesman must do the same thing. So basically what that correlates to is if you want to be the best, you got to train to be the best. I mean, you just can't wake up one day and piss excellence. I mean, I know some of us think we do that, but in reality, you don't. It boils down to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 simple things to keep in mind when trying to grow your pipeline. And it's prospecting, the approachment, the presentation, the handling objections, the closing, and the follow-up. And I'll say that you have to have all those, and you can't skip any of those steps because then it's just going to be a fucking shit show. So with the prospecting, you got to know, your business. You know what the hell you're into. Me here, I know I'm focusing on pushing trailer sales, pushing trailer part sales, building my pipeline in the trailer industry. Same thing with if you're in the food industry, if you're in the landscaping industry, if you're in the restaurant business, if you're in the retail business for shirts, hats, and stuff like that. You got to learn who your market is. And knowing your target and what they do and what they serve and service is going to be a key factor of growing that pipeline. Followed up by preparing. You just can't go into the hunt without your shit. You just can't go. You got to know what the hell your game plan is before you even present your information to your prospect. You got to game plan prior to jumping on a call or even in an in-person visit, because the last thing I can't stand is when I have an outside salesman come to the office and they don't have a game plan. It's happened a couple times and they've been new in the industry, but I've always told them, look, man, I'm going to listen to you and I hear you out, but you got to have a game plan. Next time you come, have a game plan with you. Because if you're just jumbling and mumbling and just telling me about your product, but not really touching bases on the key factors or the key notes of what your product does or how it's going to benefit me, this goes in one ear, not the other. Another thing would be approachment. First impressions last a lifetime. Be as humble as you can be. Don't be a cocky motherfucker, because that's the last thing anybody wants to listen to. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm not going to say who it is. But when this motherfucker came in here and started barking orders, I'm like, who the hell are you? And he don't even work for this company. That's where you get shut down automatically. It's like, dude, be humble about everything, Just don't walk in there acting like you own the place. Let's see, approaching. presenting, that presenting can be tied back into the preparing. Your presentation is key. There's nothing worse than not being knowledgeable on the product you're going to sell. Know your key facts, know your strong points, know your weak points. I can tell you like hell what they used to do, fucking Tupperware. They'll drive around. What's that movie? Napoleon Dynamite, where the uncle would drove over the damn Tupperware and it broke. He drove off. Fuck it. If it fails, it fails. I've had one guy here that came here and his equipment didn't work properly, and he didn't know that he had the drill in reverse, and that's why the deck screws weren't going in through they were drilling through the wood, but not through the metal, through the cross members, and they were just stripping. He came back the next day and he's like, hey, give me another shot. I fucked up. If you do fuck up, admit it, it makes for a funny moment. But know your shit, know your strong points, know your weak points. Just know your material. And then that leads to handling objections. If they say no, let it be. Clean the dirt off your shoes and move on. Go to the next one. It's like fucking picking up a girl or picking up a guy if you're a girl. I'm not even going to get to the other shit because, that's a whole different subject. But the simple fact of if they say no, it's not the end of the fucking, it's not the end of the show. It's not the end of the day. You're not going to die. Unless it's like a kidney transplant or some shit that you really need. But if your customer tells you no, move on to the next one. Come back to them a week later. Maybe your A game, maybe your presentation wasn't strong enough. So with the more practice that you do, it'll grow and become stronger to where when you do come back to them, you're like, hey, fuck it. Yeah, let's go with you. I'm not going to say that's going to work all the time, but it like I said before, everything ties into one another. Each one has to be on its A game. You just can't skip one step and think it's going to work. And after handling objections, it's just closing. Just as good as your opening is, and then your presentation, your closing has to be just at the same level, if not better. Just having a strong presentation doesn't mean you're gonna close, because you can feed me all the information you want, and this ties into a lot of the car salesmen. They can lead me there and fucking have me sold on this, but their closing and how they go about closing sucks. And that's the key fact of, you have to have your good presentation. You got to be prepared. You got to know your prospects. You got to, your presentation, your presentation, your approachment, your closing. And then the last one is the follow-up. And if y'all heard that was fucking Kiefer, because he had one job of silencing his phone, but he's watching TikTok.
I'm making a TikTok.
But
go Kevin Hart style here. I'm making a TikTok. You want to join me for a TikTok?
I'm gonna join you for a TikTok. But no, I'm gonna repeat them real quick. The prospecting, preparing, approaching, presenting, handling objections, the closing, and the last one, which is just as important as all the other 6 I said already, is a follow-up. Because 9 out of 10, your ass is going to forget to call that customer back. You're going to forget to reach back out to them, whether it's a prospect that you still haven't closed on, whether it's a customer that you already closed on, whether it's just anybody. You have to follow up with them, because that's how you're going to build that pipeline. That's how you're going to build your customer base. Because if your customer net base is shit, you're not going to go nowhere. You're not going to make anything. So those are just some points that can assist in expanding your customer base, your pipeline. I suggest, me personally, I suggest practicing them. If you're in an office space, practice them with one of your coworkers. If you're in a fucking car, practice it. Practice your opening, practice your closing, practice your presentation of your material. But again, the prospecting, preparing, approaching, presenting, handling objections, closing, and the follow-up. All those 7 steps are key to getting you to where you need to be to building that pipeline where you want to be busy enough to where you can't pick up all your phone calls that are coming in because you're handling other shit. But again, this was a little bit different kick, a little different spin. If you need anything, you can find me on TikTok, find me on IG, Facebook, fucking Smoke Signals, wherever you want. But I think I'll have to keep put all my stuff in the bottom. But anyways, this wraps up episode 4 for Full Send. If you have any questions, just feel free to give us a call. Don't forget, hit the leave a damn comment. Say you like it. If you don't like it, well, don't leave a comment. But leave a positive feedback. Hit the share button. Hit the like. Hit the follow. Again, we're at any of the wherever you listen to podcasts, we're there. So I think we're on Spotify, YouTube. I think we're coming to Apple. I don't really know where else you stream, but yeah, check us out.
Let's get straight to the point.